Let's delve into an intriguing theory connecting the Stark direwolves to the fates and character arcs of their Stark owners. First up is Grey Wind, Robb Stark's direwolf, named for his speed and agility. Grey Wind moves across the fields with the swiftness of a grey wind, his smoky grey fur and piercing yellow eyes making him both fierce and intuitive. He is adept at sensing danger and distinguishing friend from foe. Among the direwolves, Grey Wind stands out as the most obedient, responding to Robb's commands with unmatched precision and loyalty. This mirrors Robb's disciplined character, as he is often regarded as the most dutiful and understanding of Ned Stark's children. However, the name Grey Wind carries a deeper significance, subtly hinting at the phrase, "words are wind," often used by George R.R. Martin to suggest that words can be unreliable and deceptive. This irony highlights how, despite Robb's reputation for honor, his actions sometimes betray his ideals. Robb's complexity is further illustrated through his decisions, punishing Rickard Karstark for disloyalty, meanwhile forgiving his mother for freeing Jaime Lannister and breaking off his engagement to marry for love. Choices that ultimately lead to his downfall. When Grey Wind was captured and locked in a cage, both he and Robb met their tragic end together, with Grey Wind's head sewn onto Robb's body. Interestingly, Robb was betrayed by Roose Bolton, who stabbed him in the heart, a fate Roose would later suffer at the hands of his own son, Ramsay. Grey Wind was killed by a crossbow bolt, and in a grim echo, Tywin Lannister, the mastermind behind the Red Wedding, would also meet his end with a crossbow bolt. The close bond between Robb and Grey Wind on the battlefield symbolizes Robb's rapid rise and tragic demise, culminating in their shared death at the Red Wedding. Next, we have Lady, Sansa Stark's direwolf, embodying gentleness, obedience, and grace, which reflects Sansa's early aspirations to become a noble lady. However, as Sansa travels south, a series of unfortunate events, Joffrey's cruelty, Sansa's own dishonesty, and poor timing shatter that dream. Lady's untimely death signifies the end of Sansa's innocence, and foreshadows the harsh realities she will face at court. It marks the end of Sansa's idealistic dreams and the beginning of her journey toward becoming a true lady. From this point on, Sansa is increasingly associated with birds rather than wolves, with characters like the Hound and Cersei referring to her as Little Bird or Little Dove. This imagery foreshadows her eventual journey to the Vale of Arryn, whose sigil is a falcon, further symbolizing her transformation and the new path she must navigate. The third wolf is Nymeria, Arya Stark's direwolf, named after the historical queen Nymeria, who led the Rhoynar, an ancient tribe from Essos, across the narrow sea to Dorne after the Valyrian freehold crushed most of her people. Just as Queen Nymeria led her people to safety, Arya, born a princess but yearning to be a brave warrior queen, parallels this legacy. When Nymeria attacks Joffrey to protect Arya, Arya is forced to drive her away to keep her safe. After being separated from her family and living in exile, Arya evolves into a skilled survivor. And Nymeria also transforms, leading a large wild wolf pack in the Riverlands and embodying the freedom they both seek. In Season 7, Arya attempts to bring Nymeria back as her pet, but Nymeria refuses. This brief reunion, where Nymeria chooses not to return with Arya, highlights their shared independence. Arya's acknowledgement that "that's not you" signifies her acceptance of their mutual transformation. They have moved beyond their past, just as Arya once told her father, "that's not me," rejecting his wishes for her to act like a lady. The fourth wolf is Summer, Bran Stark's direwolf. Summer's name suggesting hope and warmth, just like how Bran was described as a sweet summer child, born in summer and never knowing the cold, fearsome winter. This name hints at a deeper meaning. Bran was born with the destiny to confront and overcome the cold of winter, possibly by facing the Night King. From the beginning, Summer acts as Bran's steadfast protector, fiercely defending him after his fall and during an assassination attempt. In Season 6, Summer sacrifices itself to help Bran and Meera escape from the Night King and the White Walkers. Summer's death at the hands of the undead is highly symbolic, as they brought the deadly winter to Westeros. The direwolf's ultimate sacrifice in defending Bran marks a turning point, symbolizing Bran's full transition into his role as the Three-Eyed Raven, with Summer's protection coming to an end. When Meera Reed says goodbye to Bran, and he coldly responds with a thank you, she notes that when Summer died, Bran died with it. The fifth wolf is Shaggy Dog, Rickon Stark's direwolf. Shaggy Dog's name describes Rickon's unhappy childhood. After his father's death and his mother's departure from Winterfell, Rickon was raised with the wildlings and witnessed the devastation of war and the deaths of many relatives. With his black fur and aggressive demeanor, Shaggy Dog reflects Rickon's chaotic upbringing during the Stark family's downfall. Unlike the other direwolves, Shaggy Dog is fiercely unruly and undisciplined, mirroring Rickon's turbulent childhood, marked by a lack of guidance and emotional turmoil. Growing up without proper education or structure, Rickon appears more like a wildling than a nobleman's son. Shaggy Dog's hostile and aggressive nature towards strangers parallels Rickon's instinct for survival as he and Osha navigate the wilderness after fleeing Winterfell. Interestingly, Shaggy Dog's story is a phrase used to describe a long joke with a nonsensical ending, quite similar to Rickon's life and tragic end when both Rickon and Shaggy Dog are killed by Ramsay Bolton. The sixth and noblest wolf is Ghost, Jon Snow's direwolf. Ghost is discovered apart from his brothers, much like Jon's unique position as a Stark bastard. His snow-colored fur mirrors Jon's surname, Snow. In the books, Jon names his wolf Ghost because he is silent and observant, mirroring Jon's reserved nature. Ghost's loyalty and companionship are evident during Jon's time at the Night's Watch. The name Ghost also relates to Jon's death in Season 5, as Ghost was with him when he was resurrected by Melisandre and rejoiced before Jon even woke up. Theory suggests that Ghost played a crucial role in Jon's resurrection, and that Jon's spirit was with Ghost in his final moments. In the book, Jon's last words, whispering Ghost as he is stabbed, echo Robb Stark's final words of Grey Wind, leading fans to speculate that Jon and Robb might have attempted to warg into their direwolves in their final moments. Eventually, as the series progresses, we also find out that Ghost's appearance with his white fur and red eyes reflects Jon's Stark and Targaryen heritage, embodying his hidden strength and leadership potential that shapes Jon's evolution from an outcast to a hero. The connections between the fates of the Stark characters and their wolves are not random, but are deliberately crafted. By the time of A Feast for Crows, Jon and Arya Stark, who were the last two owners of surviving wolves by then still embracing the traditional Stark spirit when they both continued to experience wolf dreams, with Arya's being particularly vivid. She even uses Nymeria in her dreams to drag Catelyn Stark's body from the Trident. In contrast, Sansa and Bran, after losing their direwolves and shifting to Tully coloring, red hair and blue eyes, begin having bird dreams. For Bran, this shift reflects his new role as the Three-Eyed Raven.